Zoe, I began slowly. What's 2 plus 2? Her eyebrows furrowed, going down in concentration. She then lifted up her hands and began counting on her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. After a few more questions, I found out Zoe can only count up to 20. Not only could she not read, but she also did not know the names of the animals in her pictures. She didn't know what a dog was. Maybe because the aides had not let her go to school or even see much of life. I gave up on asking for any information. Obviously, everything that happened here happened a long time ago. If he wanted answers, he needed to ask somebody who was much older than her. And it was most likely about the faith treaty that the aide got into law. Is it okay for me to walk around now? I asked, wanting to go check out the history books and past newspapers. Zoe said they'll have patrollers walking the street. If you go anywhere near that staircase, you'll be seen. You'll have to wait till morning. Here, she was gathering a bunch of blankets from a pile and dragging them over to me. I don't know if the aides need to keep warm or even sleep, but you can make yourself a bed with them. I don't need to keep warm like you. I can't keep myself warm, for a little bit, with my electric powers, I told her. Which is true. I needed to keep warm with blankets but not all the time, but it did take a lot out of me. You keep those for yourself. Okay then, she said, slightly disappointed. Good night. She flendered off to her little corner. There, she took another book, flipped through it and ripped out a page. She had ripped out a picture of a cockroach. She mounted the picture among her others, stared at it for a moment and went to sleep. It couldn't have been no later than 6 o'clock. I hadn't gone to bed at 6 since he was 15. But I couldn't do much. I didn't want to move, even though I could be very stealthy. I did not want to wake Zoe. So there I sat silently in the dark. I kept an open ear out for any possible intruders. Although that may be a welcome sight, to see another human being, it was not all that wise. I thought about my last memory before I woke up in the van. Where was I? What the frick was I doing? Why couldn't I remember? Then I fell asleep, and started to remember bits of my past. Sometime in the 2000s I was out on a school camping trip, to Pikowaipikowy Beach with my class, and they were all swimming in the sea. Me and my hot girlfriend were out, in the water. Kate was showing me how to surf when a wave hit me and knocked me about. Kate paddled her board closer to me, and she pulled me onto her board, just as a lightning bolt strike hit me, sending me underwater covered in electricity. I was under the water for what seemed like hours, but it was probably more likely to be just a few minutes, before I drowned. Yes, it is hard to believe that I have drowned, since I am here to save the world from evil. When I woke up, I was on this strange island called Mokoya Island. It was a small island in the middle of Lake Rotorua, lying down on a small but comfortable patch of grass, surrounded by a small mountain and bush. There was also a small hot pool near the edge of the island, called Kaimole Pool. There was this strange guy and girl there. They were kind of glowing. The girl was wearing a green Sailor Moon uniform like the anime, to be continued.